Was 18 nights cruising boring? Was it too long? Hi, Michelle here from Travelling Over 60. Come have a look with me and I'll show you what we did. So firstly, there's the Northstar. Now there's regulations for it. You can pause and have a look, or just have a look when you get on board. Now I just want to show you this first off. We're on deck 15, and if you're up there, it's really windy. Be prepared when you're at sea to hang on to your skirt or your dress. Now just giving you a look over the side of the ship. This is how high we are. So just normally we're up pretty high. Now I'm going to show you round about where the Northstar is. So down there is the main pool area. And then up here to the right, this is where we're going to go. You can see there the arm and the little gondola, I think it's called. And we're going to make our way up there, and then that arm lifts up into the sky. Now, one thing I did want to mention is even if you have a disability, you could be in a wheelchair or just have a walking stick, anything. They have a lift. So you just make your way up the normal lifts to deck 15, make your way across here, and then when you get down there, they will take you up. You have to check in first, and then they'll take you up to the top here where you can access that gondola. If you've watched my other video, you know that this is a hazard for me. They weigh you before you get on the Northstar. So you come and check in here at this podium, then they're going to ask you to step on those scales, and then you make your way up to the top. These are the stairs we had to go up. There's a railing, but as you can see, they're quite wide on one side and small on the other. So just be careful making your way up, and if you do have an accessibility problem, you'll be coming up in the lift. This is the lift here on the left-hand side, and we're going to just keep walking. So it's like 2 flights of stairs, and then we're at the top. Now the lift is on the left there. You will come out here, and if you're walking, here we are right at the doorway. Just a ramp to get in, and you come in. Now there's little spots on the floor. If you're in a wheelchair, they will clip you down so that you're not going to move. So it's very, very safe. Have a look at this view though. And this is before we move. Now when you're up high like this, you get a great view of the kiddies splash area. Now we're starting to rise up. I apologise for the reflection in the glass, but it was really hard to get a good view. Looking directly down there, you can see we're rising. We'll go straight up to its full extent, and then it will start to move out to the right-hand side, across the ship and to the left-hand side. So you get a good view of the complete ship. Now I'm going to make the most of that reflection. If you look in the reflection, you can see that I'm hanging onto a rail in front of me. So you're not directly up against the glass. There is a railing there between you and the glass. Call me old, call me scaredy cat. I don't really like heights. I'm not sure why I'm up here. That's what Travelling Over 60 is all about, showing you the hazards. Well, I'm trying to work through this hazard. If you think I'm doing okay, don't forget, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done it. Now, there's only about 14 or 15 people go on at a time, and everybody will get a turn at having some window space. They tend to move around so that everyone can get some photos. It's just like being a drone. And then coming down, there we go, you can see the balconies. Now might be a good time to mention, keep fully clothed on those balconies. You never know when people are watching. Now, just to let you know, when you're at sea, you will go up and from side to side. But if you're doing the Northstar when we're in port, it will only go directly up and straight down again. It doesn't do the side to side. Yep, I did it in port as well, so I could show you some photos. Now you have to make a booking for the Northstar, and it's very popular. If you miss out, go on the app at about 6:30 each night and see if they have availability for the next day. You might be lucky. Once you hit the ground safe and sound again, you need to make your way back down these stairs. Hang on to the railing. Now that was the Northstar, but there's so much more to do on board. Now if you have the app, you can plan your day on the app, but if you'd prefer to get a paper copy, just ask your steward to leave you a paper copy in your room each night. Then you can sit down and plan what you want to do during the next day. There's so much to do. Now let me take you and show you a few more things that are on board. You don't have to be a kid to go to the arcade. Let's have a look. Also up on deck 15, they have an arcade. Now there's lots of different games up here. To play these games you need to have a token, and what you need is your Sea Pass. When you come in the door, there's a small machine where you put your Sea Pass on, you purchase your tokens, and then you can go and play one of the machines, or all of them if you want. Now the arcade's just near the entrance to where all the courts are in the Seaplex. This is the courts. They play all sorts of different sports here. We didn't play any, but we certainly watched some of the sports that they were doing. Every now and then we just came down and had a look. But what we did do on this court was bumper cars. But I tell you, I love bumper cars. Now we had to go down and line up, and it wasn't on every day, but we managed to go down each time and always got a turn. Now the bumper cars are a lot of fun, but they do have a few hazards. When you're stepping in onto the court, you have to be careful. There's a step. When you get in the cars, you've got to be careful getting into the cars. The other thing, if you have a back problem, a neck problem, this may not be for you. It's a real jolt onto your neck and back if somebody bumps into you while you're going round. But it's a lot of fun if you can manage to do it. Still looking for something to do? Now, if you're a kid at heart, we're in the Seaplex, and there's all sorts of games that you can play. It looks like a game of soccer with the young kids down there. Otherwise, we'll go around the other side and have a look over here. And you can come up, just take a seat and watch. You don't have to participate. It's a bit later at night now, so nobody's really around. Yeah. Oh, Xbox. A whole lot of Xboxes on this wall. If you want to have a bit of a go, why not? You're on holidays. What else do they have up here? Some more of the Dodgem cars. And same on this side. A couple of tables and chairs at the end there. But that is the Seaplex. Now if you're wanting to go up to where the Xbox and table tennis table and things are upstairs, you have to go upstairs. So 2 flights, a flight here, a landing, and another flight. And then you can wander around the top as much as you like. Then you have to come back down these stairs. No lift. Still feeling bored? Then let's have a look at this. Oh look, they put all the hazards all in one signpost. All the things I won't be doing. Now on a more serious note, if you are going to be doing either the Flowrider or the Ripcord, which is also iFly, you do have to get up these stairs and then up a few more over here if you're doing the Ripcord iFly. Now if you're going to do the iFly, you will have to have closed-in shoes, and once you get there, they'll give you an amazing blue suit to wear. Here's a bit of a sneak peek of the Ripcord iFly, and if you have sensitive ears, it's very noisy up here even when you're just watching it. Now if you're a bit worried about what happens when you go and do iFly, or you think you're too old, this is a bit of a look at what they do. It's very safe. You've got your little blue suit on and a helmet, and then you have a professional that's going to help you with your arms and legs, and you'll eventually get to fly. If you're unsure what the Flowrider is, this is a bit of a sneak peek to show you what it is. You have to watch the app or your newsletter that comes into the room each night, and it will say on it what experience is going to be on the next day with a time slot. So they might say beginner will be at 10 o'clock. Now the hazard you might get with this is tie those shorts up tight. Ladies, wear a shirt. Here's the Rockwall. As you can see, it is very high. Now for me, I have trouble getting up the stairs. I won't be doing this. But as you can see, there's someone doing it now, and it always had people climbing the wall. Now maybe you just want to go to the spa or the salon. There's so many different things you can do. When you first get on board, watch the app or the newsletter, and they offer a variety of different samples for you to have a look at before you book anything. Remember, you're on holidays. It's time to rest, unwind, plenty of seating here to sit down, read a book, and if you've got a bigger group, there's chairs for bigger groups. What about swimming? If you're in a wheelchair and need help, they have lifts to get you into the spas and pools. And then let's not forget, sit down with a nice cool drink. Now moving along here a bit further, there's deck chairs all around the pool. You might just want to lay in the sun and chill. There's usually something happening around the pool. For us, it was crossing the equator. There's a ceremony where you kiss the fish. Now, if you're not up for kissing the fish, you might want to join in the belly flop competition. Okay, I know that you want to know if you're going to be bored at night. Well, let's start in the solarium. So it's night time, it's peaceful, the pools are empty, the bar's open. Let's just have a little look at these pools. Nobody is in them. It's 9 o'clock at night and there's nobody here. Perfect time for a swim. Now if you just look down here, another look at the pools there, and if you go down to the bottom of the steps on the right, there'll be a spa. But let me show you on this side. Come over here, and this is the spa setup. Why not just come and chill in the spa with no one around? Perfect. One of the hazards if you come to the pool late at night is there isn't a lot of staff around, so be careful. Of course, the other thing that you can do during the night is go to the theatre. They have many different shows on, mix it up a bit. You've got more than one theatre, you've got the Royal Theatre or the 270, and sometimes they would have a show in both 7 o'clock and a 9 o'clock, or sometimes it was an 8 and a 10. And as on every cruise ship, trivia and bingo through the day. Now, if you're still looking for something, there is a pub, there's bars where they have music playing, or some karaoke if you'd like that. There's always a drink somewhere to be found, and then there's all the food. You have cafes and specialty restaurants, and then you'll also have your dining experience in the main dining room. Now, the food on board we found was great, and it certainly fills in a lot of time. And who can forget the buffet?
Happy morning! Washy before yummy yum.
Now, if after all that you're still bored, there's the casino. It's huge on board Ovation of the Sea. Now, these were all the things that kept us occupied while we were on board the ship. But we also had some ports that we went into as well. So, if you'd like to see those, subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell, give me a thumbs up if you've liked this video, and join us on the next part of this adventure.